just a quick review of the CMC thumb brace splint. There's just a ton of these braces out now for your thumb, which I really like. There never used to be like a really good thumb brace around, but they're coming up with some really good ones. I'm just going to point out a couple of the features that I really like with this particular splint that might help you make the decision. The first thing I like is that you see other splints in this same configuration out there, but this one actually has a gel pad thumb sleeve. So it's actually got a gel pad in there. It makes it a lot more comfortable. So it's not just, some kind of soft fabric or some soft plastic. You actually got some gel, kind of like a gel lining. They call it a gel pad thumb sleeve. So it's in there, making it a lot more comfortable. I mean, let's face it, you might have a brace that really works well, but if it's not comfortable and you're not going to wear it, I mean, what good is it? So I really like that feature. The other thing I really like about this one is that it's got it's got this metal insert that gives you a lot of extra stability than a lot of other thumb braces. So here again, if you're looking for some really good thumb support down there, the metal stay in there, is really good. So something to consider. This is a pretty rigid support. It's not like a little compression sleeve you put over, and it's not as restrictive as some of them that you can find. So I think it's kind of in the middle, but probably gives you some pretty good support there. So that's external support. There is also intrinsic support, which is like talking about like the muscles. There actually are a couple muscles that you can strengthen with a couple quick exercises that will strengthen the thumb joint and make it more resistant, to moving around and give it more stability. The Healthy Thumb Handbook has a couple exercises here. Let me show you real quick which muscles. Not that many good thumb books out there either. I think there's only like a couple. This is one of the better ones. Getting to Know Your Thumb. He has a lot of pictures of the thumb, a lot of anatomy. If you're a real visual learner, you'll really like this. And this thing is really like non-medical. It's written by a physical therapist. Relaxing your thumb muscles. So you might think, let's say if you have like thumb arthritis, it shows you how to make a homemade hot pack. I like that. That's heat. That's nothing really groundbreaking. So trigger points. So you might think just because you have thumb arthritis, all the pain's coming from the joint. Well, that's not necessarily the case all the time. Many times when the joint gets irritated, the muscles kind of react to what's going on in the joint, and they get irritated as well. And then you can develop these things called trigger points, so these irritable spots in the muscle. So not only do you have joint pain, but you also have muscular pain. So you have two components to your pain. And in some cases, you just have muscular pain. You could have asymptomatic arthritis. You could have arthritis and no pain. That's well documented in the literature. And then maybe so really you have arthritis, but that's not really the cause. It's really muscular pain. So treat that and eliminate that. So this will show you how to work out those trigger points. Let's see, to the muscle. Oh, the web space. Yeah, if you do have arthritis, especially in the lower joint, the CMC, the carpal metacarpal joint, chances are your web space is getting a little tight. So you definitely need to keep that stretched out. Taking pressure off the thumb joint. So any kind of thumb problem you have, if you have a joint that's just irritated, they love distraction. Joints just love being distracted. That's where you kind of pull it apart gently, takes all the pressure off the joint, and it gives the joint time to rest and relax, get circulation to it. Arthritic joints especially love that. Okay, so here we go. Getting maximal thumb joint stability. So the first muscle is your abductor pollicis longus. So you can see where that sucker attaches right there at the bottom. So you get that muscle strong, you're getting good stability there in your thumb. Because that's what happens in thumb arthritis. Especially in women as they get older, go through hormonal changes, the ligaments tend to get a little lax because of hormonal changes. And the ligaments hold the bones to the bones. So basically, you don't get as much joint stability because the ligaments are getting a little lax. And so what you do is you start getting excessive motion in the joint, and that wears down the cartilage. And in the later stages, the ligaments actually shred, and then the whole joint, the whole bone kind of becomes subluxed or becomes slightly dislocated. And that's why you see people with a thumb like that in the later stages. So it's all about stability. Anyway, the other muscle is your first dorsal interossei muscle. Here again, this is the second muscle that attaches right there to the joint and gives you good stability. So you do a couple exercises a couple times a week, strengthen that muscle, get good internal stability. But hey, if you're looking for something instant, get some external stability, I just want to rest my thumb, I think this is a really good choice. So definitely check it out.